The Arches, a club in Glasgow, has changed its age restrictions from over 18s to over 21s. This follows the death of a girl from a suspected drug overdose at the venue. Patrons of the club are not happy about the change, and numerous petitions are making the rounds on Facebook.
To be honest, I think it's a farce. Basically, if people under 70 or under 18 could get in when it was in 18s, people are still going to be getting in, people are still going to be taking drugs. It's just all for show, basically.
I don't agree with it, because someone who was underage in the first place, like under 18 who was in there, who's caused that to happen, so I don't know how they can justify saying that it's now over 21s when it was, what was she, 17? Obviously it's tragic, like she died and stuff, but like how can they then justify it's now over 21s? I love the Arches, so I'm not very happy. As a 19-year-old, I've got to wait 2 years to be able to go back.
Do you think it will stick around, or do you think they'll eventually go back on it?
Obviously it's going to depend on like the licensing and stuff. I don't know if Police Scotland have said like for your licence to be like alright, then you need to have over 21s, but I think it might stick for a while. But if it's not part of the licence, then I think it will just drop back down, because it should never be 21 in the first place. It's just ridiculous. It's drug culture wherever you go. Like you walk into toilets in a lot of clubs and people deal drugs, people take drugs. It's everywhere you go. Like the same with like Hardwell getting cancelled. I was meant to be going to that, and because like, oh sorry, people take drugs. Well, people took drugs in Belfast and everywhere else, so what difference does it make? Like it's going to be there no matter what you do. Like if you make it in over 50s, it makes no difference. It's still going to be drugs. Like you can't do much about it.
To be honest, I don't think it'll make the big bit of difference. Younger people are looking older and older these days, so I think changing the age will not make a slight bit of difference to anything happening there.
So do you think people will still get anyway? It wouldn't be as enforced?
They might try to enforce it, but I think people find ways around it, because you get younger people buying alcohol and all sorts, so I don't think raising it a few years is going to make a difference.
A spokesperson from the Arches has said, "Since the tragic events of the 2nd of February, the Arches has been working closely with Police Scotland's licensing division to review our policies and do even more to ensure a safer clubbing environment within the venue. The Arches operates a strict zero-tolerance drugs policy and is committed to a best practice approach to protecting the health and safety of its customers, whom we urge to act responsibly at all times." Louise Riley for UWS News.